Hey all, welcome to 7th House Tarot. We're going to have a little fun today. We're going to do a tableau spread with the Intuitive Kev Kipperish deck, which is more visual than traditional tarot, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun for us, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to get started. This is a collective reading. Keep in mind it's general, so it may apply to you, it may not. If it doesn't, that's okay. And if it does, great. Hit the like button, subscribe. Love to have you around. But what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 rows of cards, 25 cards straight off the top, okay? And we're going to develop a storyline here. So in the recent past, we have trust, ascending, legal, expectations, and travel, okay? That is our recent past. So it looks like we've got some trusted information. We've had a period of ascending. There might be legal contracts. This could be a marriage. We've got some expectations and travel, either physical or emotional. In the recent developments, or what you've just come across in the recent past, sorry guys, we have death magic, moving on, mature woman, twin flame, and a relationship. So I do think that this is largely going to be a love reading. Okay, so then we've got the present. We've got some mental imprisonment, mental anguish. We've got a spiritual awakening. So we're making some quick progress here. We've got poverty or some scarcity. We've got the evil eye, and we've got theft. Okay, so the present might seem a little unsettling right now. And then coming up in the very near future, we've got some new developments. Okay, so we've got actual money, achievement, occupation, work, labor, and effort. So you're collecting the seeds that you've sown here. And then we've got the faith card. Then we have the priest in our future, along with community. Unbothered. I really feel like that is your energy. Manifestation. And then we end up with the high priestess, which is a good note to end on here. So we'll go ahead and start from the top. And I do have some Intuitive Kev's extra deck that we'll be able to kind of throw into the mix as well and see how things turn out. All right, well, let's get started. The top row is going to be the most recent past. I have some Intuitive Kev extras here that we can work through as well. So at the top in the recent past, I see trusted, ascending, legal, expectations, and travel. And so with this here, I'm thinking you have had some knowledge come to light. You've had some secrets possibly you've identified something here. Let's see, we've got intuition. So maybe you had some insight or a fortune teller. Maybe you watched a tarot reading. You came across some knowledge. I've got Aries here. So you might be an Aries. You might be dealing with an Aries. Possibly they have siblings, maybe 2 brothers and a sister, or they could be a set of 3 possibly, but dealing with some victim sorrow, grief, sadness. Maybe this person is playing the victim here in this situation, but you're really deciding to walk away here. You're ascending, you're redefining your path here and letting go of the things that no longer serve you. I do see legal right here in the center, so that tells me there's something around contracts here. Maybe commitment, obligations. Maybe these folks are married, but it looks like, yeah, we've got contracts, commitment. So this might be a marriage here. I've got binding, finances, love, spiritual. So I definitely think that we've got a marriage. Okay, we've got interference, intrude, hinder, and block. Okay, so it tells me, I think maybe we've got a third party situation, or we've got something going on here. We've got a Scorpio at the bottom of the deck. I got a Leo at the bottom of the deck. That makes sense to you if that resonates. But I definitely think that you've come across some information and you are now setting some new expectations for yourself here, and you're traveling, you're moving on, because we also see that here in the recent developments. But either this could be mentally moving on, like emotionally moving on, or it could be physically moving on. You know, maybe you need to move out, whatever it is that might be for you. But for travel, for me, is one way or another, you're moving from, you're moving on. And then in the upcoming developments here, we've got, or what you recently identified in the past is you've got some death magic. So this just tells me that you're ready to let go of some things that aren't serving you. Okay. You've got maybe some knowledge that you've come about here, and you're moving on. I feel like this mature woman in the mix here is you. I feel that this just speaks to like wisdom, to growing and understanding. And with this twin flame in this relationship, like you're looking at this twin flame relationship and what it is that you need to do. So possibly this person here and the nuance was a part of this here, I think. Maybe let's see. Okay, we've got illusionist, we've got disingenuous, pretender, fake, false, pretentious, in cahoots, secret collaboration here. So I feel like definitely you've identified some things about this person that you feel like things are not going to work out with this person. And then after a moment of mental imprisonment and awakening here, I think, see, we've got light team, so maybe they're helping you through this. I feel like you here in the center with this poverty, just a feeling of scarcity. I feel like this is you here. Yeah, we've got the collective. I feel like this is you. And you've got some surrounding energies here. Evil eye. We've got a group association. And so it's funny because up here we had the siblings card, right? 3. You've got some evil eye here, some intent to do harm. We've got demonic, projection, witchy sister of this lover that could be in the mix. We've got LGBT, if that makes sense to someone. Maybe it's a same sex marriage. Maybe someone involved is in that population, whatever that means to you. But I think here you're wanting to guard yourself from these people draining your energy here. I've got a Libra in the mix. Maybe that's you. Maybe it's someone you're dealing with. But I definitely think that this situation, you're here, you've gone through this imprisonment, you've gotten some you've been through this imprisonment, you've gotten some enlightenment, you've gone through a spiritual awakening, and that you're going to leave these things behind. I do think in the near future here, also, we're going to switch tracks to work, because I see occupation front and center here, right? We've got work and job. So definitely confirmation there. I think you're going to have a good future in occupation here. It looks like actual money, achievement. Looks like you might have been a role model at work. You've been optimistic. You're going to start getting the rewards of your labor here. You're going to start seeing some recognition and maybe some finance here, maybe a bonus, maybe a raise, maybe a promotion. But I think maybe you might have been in lack before. Maybe you've had some financial blockages, or maybe your employer's had some financial blockages, and that's what the delay's been. But you've kept faith. You've manifested here. I see law and order, court, legal. So maybe at work, possibly there was something that needed to happen first. Maybe you're signing new contracts. Maybe you're getting a new client. Maybe the company sold. Maybe, whatever it is for you, if this makes sense. Okay. So, but just opening up, you've got a friend or a confidant in the workplace, I think, that might have helped with this. Now, I do notice the flags here with your evil eye. So just be careful there. That doesn't mean everybody. It could be just that one. And then down here in the corner, I see the priest card. And so the next card I've got on the bottom of the deck is Taurus. So that makes me think like Hierophant energy, or maybe this person is a Taurus, possibly this person down here. And then we've got community, and I've got spiritual rank. I've got energy work. I feel like this is you here with this unbothered energy. I think that you are starting to really see things come through here. I've got healing energy. We've got destiny, fate, karma here. We've got some of the negative cards, but they're in the reverse. Like here, this rejection, abandonment. Like I feel like this means that you're not feeling these things anymore, and you might have been in the past. This black magic is in the spell work, is in the reverse. This scarcity and lack is resolving up. You're getting access here. I've got a Gemini, if that makes sense to you. Possibly you have a Gemini. Or, maybe this is just kind of you've been adaptable and versatile and working your way through here. We've got friendly, helpful, non-confrontational, reliable. So maybe that's that Gemini energy. But you're manifesting here. And then I see the ending card here as a high priestess for you. So that's very uplifting. It's very enlightening. I feel like whatever it is that your 10 of cups is, whether it's children, it's creations, it's investments, I feel like that is coming to you at that time. I've got a Cancer at the bottom of the deck. If that resonates with you at all, I see source. So I see some divine timing for you. So that's what I've got for you guys. If this made sense, definitely hit the like button, drop a comment. I like to see how this hits for folks. But if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. It helps my channel. And I will see you guys in the next reading.